So today we're going to be doing some electrical testing, and we'll start with toroidal transformers and how to locate faults and identify them. So to begin with, we're going to use this toroidal transformer here, and we're going to do some primary measurements here. So the primary windings are the blue wire and the brown wire here. So you get your multimeter, make sure the black lead's in common, red lead is in voltage. Want to set this guy to continuity, so this one here, and before we do any tests we want to make sure our leads are working. So touch these two together, you hear a beep, roughly 0 ohms as well, so we know our leads are working correctly. So we'll move on to measuring this guy. So stick one lead in here, second lead in here, and as we're testing for continuity we just want that beep there, and you get a small ohm reading there too. Now, as these guys are internally fused, one of the faults that you can get is that fuse is blown. So simply, you get an OL on the multimeter if that's blown, and you get no beep. So that's how you identify that fault there. So moving on from this, we'll actually do some measurements on a real VX here. What we'll do is we'll begin with identifying what type of transformer it is. So these all have labels on them. We'll have the primary side voltage there and the secondary side voltage there. So what we're looking at is the secondary side voltage. This one here is rated at 16.5 volts. So that's the RMS voltage. So when you go to measure, it'll be slightly higher than this value here. So we'll turn this guy on. We'll grab our multimeter. Again, you want to make sure black lead in common, red lead in voltage there. Switch this guy over to VRMS. So just on the top there.
And when we're measuring live, is there any particular way we should be holding our leads with a multimeter?
That's a good thing that you brought that up. Basically, you want to make sure you're holding them slightly further away, so you're not tempted to touch the live electricity there. So what we'll do is we'll take our first measurement here. So this lead here into the black, this lead here into the white. So as mentioned before, that guy there says 16.5 volts on the secondary. What we're measuring here is 17.5. So slightly higher than what is quoted. So we know that side's working. We want to move over to the second side here. So we're going to go that lead there into the black, and this lead here into the red. Not quite on there yet. There we go. 17.5 on that side as well. So once you're happy with that, and you got both values exactly the same, you can identify that this transformer is okay. Some faults you can get is one side might be okay and the other side might be 0. That's a good indication that either the board's faulty or the transformer's faulty.